Most brokers are absolutely terrified of sounding salesy, and that fear is exactly what makes the protection conversation, honestly, just so awkward. Now, if you ever found yourself overthinking every single word or waiting for that perfect moment just to kind of bring up protection, or worrying that the clients think you're going to upsell them, well, this video is going to be on to change things for you, because selling protection isn't about being persuasive, it's just about being clear. So helping clients understand the risks they are taking on. And when you frame it properly, the conversation becomes calm, natural, and completely expected. So let's break down the exact method to sell more protection without being pushy. So in this video, we're going to walk through how to introduce protection at the perfect moment, the language that makes it feel like essential advice, not an upsell, how to handle the classic "I will sort it later" objection, and the system that removes admin friction, and also how this one shift can actually strengthen your clients' relationships. And by the end, you'll have a clear, repeatable structure that makes protection feel like part of your service, not a bolt-on. The first thing is to introduce protection early on so it feels natural, not forced. You see, most brokers leave protection till the very end, usually right when the client thinks the job is basically done, and that's why it feels pushy. I once coached a broker who would only bring up protection after submitting the mortgage application, and clients consistently said, "Why are you bringing this up now?" Or, "Look, we just want the mortgage sorted, nothing else." It's not actually insurance they're objecting to, it was the timing. The right place to introduce protection is at the discovery call. This is where expectations are set. This is where you define what good advice actually includes. You want to use a very simple line like, "My role is to secure your mortgage, which is a significant debt, and with significant debt comes significant risk. So part of my job is helping eliminate or reduce that risk through insurance." We'll go through that at the right stage. See, now it's expected. It's not out of the blue, it's just part of the service. You don't have to sell protection, you just need to define the job properly. Once the clients understand the risk, the conversations become completely normal. The second thing to point out is using language that frames protection as essential. You see, clients don't take action on things they see as optional. So most brokers talk about protection like it's something you could also do, so you might as well just say, "Look, it's optional, feel free to ignore it if you want." See, when I was a broker and I started presenting protection as part of the mortgage package, conversions went through the roof, not because I became better at selling, but just because the language made it very clear. So the phrases that you can use is things like mortgage package. That's going to create unity. It makes it clear what is included in that. You have eliminate risk, reduce risk, accept risk. See, these force a conscious decision. See, clients instantly understand that every path leads to a decision. Not buying protection isn't doing nothing, it's actually accepting the risk consciously. See, the language creates reality, and when protection sounds like standard practice, clients treat it like standard practice. So now, how do you deal with that "I'll sort it later" without any pressure? See, this objection kills more protection cases than anything else, and most brokers, they try to counter it with logic, saying things like, "It's important, you should do it now, and this won't take long." See, none of that is going to work. It's crazy to even think it would. Every time I've asked a client why they want to do it later, the first answer has never been the real one. It is always a surface level. But when you dig a little bit deeper, you do uncover the real concerns: uncertainty, fear, price, worry, overwhelm. It's one of those. So you want to respond calmly. Say something like, "No problem at all, just so I can understand what specifically is stopping you from looking at it today." Then use the 3 why approach. So what makes you feel that way? Why do you think that is? And what's the real concern underneath that? This uncovers the truth very gently, not aggressively, because objections aren't signs to push harder. They're actually invitations to understand the client even better. And when clients feel understood, they relax, and relaxed people, they say yes. Now, the fourth point with this is to use a seamless system so protection doesn't create more work, okay? Now, the biggest killer of protection isn't objections, it's that admin friction. If the medical forms are sent too late, you've already lost them. When I pushed one broker to collect health questionnaires straight after the discovery call, their protection uptake jumped like immediately, not because clients changed, but because the process did. Early engagement is going to equal high completion rates, but late engagement is just going to equal ghosting. So send a medical questionnaire through a digital to onboarding tool, something like Keychain, right after the discovery call. I actually have a 2-month free trial to Keychain. You can check out in the description. Now, what this does, it removes admin, it reduces the back and forth, it gets buy-in when excitement is its highest. See, protection becomes simple when it's baked into your workflow, not added on top of it. So now let's talk about why selling protection actually strengthens client relationships. Now, most brokers worry that talking about protection will damage their relationship, but it's absolutely the opposite. Whenever I coach brokers through real protection conversations that use the financial resilience check, something interesting happens pretty much every single time. Clients open up, they get emotional, they get reflective, and then they see you as someone who genuinely has their back. So you're not actually a salesperson in this process. You're a guide. And you build that relationship through discovery call expectations, through financial resilience questions, honest conversations about risk, clear explanations of why you're covering these topics. Clients leave those appointments thinking, finally, somebody's actually taking this a bit seriously. Clients trust the advisor who tells them what they should hear, not what feels comfortable to say. So reframe it this way. Selling protection is not pushy. Avoiding it is negligent. If you want to improve all parts of your sales, you want to check out this deep dive keynote that I did talking all about the psychology of sales and 6 methods that you can use to increase conversions on protection as well as other parts of the mortgage journey. Go on, give it a click.